And I can claim with confidence that it was only the Islamabad High Court which was entertaining then the enforced disappearances petitions. The only constitutional court that has rendered a judgment, and it is part of the statute books on enforced disappearances, is from the Islamabad High Court. Again, you see, the prisoner's rights judgment. There were so many fundamental rights issues, the freedom of expression, and this is what the Islamabad High Court, which was emerging as an independent and constitutional court, was dealing with. And people had confidence. That is why so many petitions were coming to the Islamabad High Court. And the jurisprudence that has developed is part of the statute of the reported cases right now. And while the Islamabad High Court was dealing with issues relating to violation of fundamental rights, these three petitions landed up and were fixed before the bench, or rather my bench. And for me, these three are the unsung heroes. They gave the court an opportunity. And it was, you see, as I said, the court was dealing with serious fundamental rights issues at that time. And in one petition, it was about a bear, and the Islamabad Zoo had refused to hand over the zoo so that it can be taken to a sanctuary in Balkasar. And it was a pleasant surprise for me. I never knew that there was a bear sanctuary in Balkasar. There are some very good things that are happening in Pakistan as well. In the other petition, Dr. Nadeem Umar, who nobody knows, he brought a petition, but the prayer that was sought in the petition was welfare focused. It was for an elephant coven. And coven has a very, very interesting story. Coven's story, in fact, also reflects the status of fundamental rights and how the country has been governed for the past 77 years. There have been authoritarian regimes, and one of the most ruthless authoritarian regime was that of General Ziaul Haq. Not very far from here, in the Lahore fort, torture cells were established, where for months citizens were tortured only for holding certain political views and political opinions. An elected Prime Minister, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto Shaheed, was removed unconstitutionally, and regrettably the judiciary and even the Supreme Court was used to murder him, to kill him. And after 40 years, the Supreme Court acknowledged that it was a murder and that the Supreme Court was used for that purpose. It was at this time that the same ruler, General Ziaul Haq, made a request to the government of Sri Lanka that his daughter wished to have a baby elephant. So one government made a request to another government, and that government
FIA ने मौरितानिया कश्ती हादसे पर 3 मुकदमात दर्ज कर लिए। FIA ज़राए का कहना है कश्ती हादसे के लवाहिकीन ने नुकसानात के बावजूद एजेंटों के कवायफ नहीं दिए। गुजरात के गांव दरिया खटाना के 2 एजेंट फरार होने में कामयाब हो गए। इंसानी स्मगलिंग में मुलव्वस एजेंटों ने सेनेगाल का रास्ता इख्तियार किया। गैर मुल्की और पाकिस्तानी एजेंटों में रकम का तनाज़ा मौरितानिया में शुरू हुआ था। पाकिस्तानियों ने गैर मुल्की एजेंटों की कश्ती में सफ़र करने से इनकार किया था। मौरितानिया से